funny story. I went to Ibiza with all my schoolmates because I lived in the UK. So
you say it the right way.
Yeah, we're fucking it up.
Yeah, we're like,
I don't know what,
dude.
I don't know what is it Ibiza or Ibiza?
No, you said it the right way.
Okay,
it's
Ibiza. But I went there when we went there with fake IDs and we were 16 and there's about 10 of us. And at that time, that would have been, that would have been like 1995 or something like that. And we were by far the youngest on the island, wearing these like horrible bright shirts, and everyone was at the time was like Ibiza wasn't as commercialized as then, so it's just like the older house heads. But I remember like I didn't really listen to that much house music when I was younger. It'd be like hip hop, rap, all that kind of stuff. And then I went to this club. I don't know if it's still there anymore, but it's a big club called Manumission. And it had like 10,000 people. And I remember Sister Bliss from Faithless was DJing. It was the first time I ever heard house music. And I was like, what is this? And then literally then I bought my like first pair of like Technic 1210s, loads of vinyl. And so you see, I started to learn.
Yeah, you got to experience in like the golden era. Ibiza in the 90s was different, guys.
Yeah, it's so different. It's so good. And then like that year, I think it was like 97 when all like the big house tracks came out, like and Hang You Don't Know Me, Stardust, Pete Heller's Big Love, all those big records came out in like 97, and you can still play them today and they still hit.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how long you guys been DJing for, if it was when you guys started as Night Tales, or if you've been doing it for a long time as kids, or what?
Similar-ish, where I got a fake ID for my 17th birthday. Courtesy
you
of
can't drink in America until you're 21, so you're throwing out 16, 17. We're couldn't get in the bar when we were 16.
So in Australia, it's 18, but I was turning 17 that year. So I asked Mum for a fake ID. She said yes, reluctantly. I'm like, I really want to do this DJing thing. And at the time, I had CDJ 200s. We went halves on CDJ 200s, and we had like the CDs and stuff. My ID got confiscated off me within the space of like 2 days. But then I found this guy on MySpace that looked like me. And I had like long dreads down to here at the time, believe it or not. I'm bald now. I was like, bro, let me give you $200. We'll go to the RTA, which is like our DMV sort of thing.
Good. He has like a different hairstyle. He'd be like, I cut my hair. That's why I look different. What do you want from me?
And we went there, got his ID, and I used that for the next year to DJ in the clubs all around Sydney. And so that was 2007. Yeah, 2007, 2008.
Yeah, for me, it was like that time in the 90s, I bought my decks, but I didn't actually start to DJ till I got to Australia. So my first gig at a club called Ruby Rabbits in 2007.
Ruby Rabbits.
And then I worked.
Sounds trippy. Sounds cool.
And then I worked on the other side. So I worked for a big hospitality chain where I was the head of entertainment. So I'd book like festivals, big events, DJs for weekly for like bars, clubs and restaurants, DJ'd myself. And I did that shit for a long, long time. And it's kind of funny now because obviously like the shows that we all do, like it may be an hour or 2 hours max, whatever it is. But I used to do like 6 to 8 hour like DJ sets. Do you know what I mean? Like on the regular kind
building up the stamina.
Building up the stamina
one
for
club,
it,
and then do 2 hours there, then 3 hours next club, then 2 hours there, and you just keep going. You know?
And so it's funny now being on this side of it. So we do have like, you know, before we kind of got signed to the agencies and stuff, we kind of worked on the back end of that, like booking acts. So we understand how that kind of ecosystem works.
You understand like the business side of it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's important as, you know, it's because your brand is your business. So you really need to kind of dial in on the business side of that.
You have to learn to love it. Otherwise, it's just going to be torture all the time. And when you start making a bit of money, you do love it. You're like, okay, I'm going to put more into it. You know, so.
If you like that clip and want to see another one, click here. If you want to see the full podcast, click here.